Hey everyone, welcome back to XVolt Extras, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. This is something I've been sitting on for a while, but today I'm doing a room and setup tour. I'm actually going to be moving out in just under 2 months to head to college, so I might as well get a room tour video on how my room looks like and put it on the internet before I guess I move out and a bunch of stuff's going to be missing. And my room's always changing, so this room probably isn't going to look the same in a month from now anyway, but let's get on with it. So first off, we're going to start in this corner of the room right here. I got quite a few things. Here, very obviously, is my 2006 iMac. Right on top of it is my Chip Flake plush, which I got in 2022. I got these two things for storage stuff that I can't really talk about yet. Got my iFixit Essentials Toolkit, which has appeared in many videos as I fix stuff. I got a bunch of tripod stuff here, including my secondary tripod I always keep here for storage. Here is my iPad, which was originally my school iPad, but now that I've graduated, it's now mine. I have it all set up here, and I mostly just use it for drawing, and that's really it. Nothing else of interest on this. Here I've got my 2010 MacBook, which I was gonna use for like animation quite a few months ago for when I moved to college, but then I figured that's kind of a stupid idea, so it's just staying in my collection and running macOS Mavericks. And something else that's actually missing here is my 2012 MacBook Pro, which has appeared in a lot of things. Next up is this metal box here, which has been sitting in the corner of my room for the past 4.5 years. And inside that box is a microphone. That is the microphone I used to record pretty much all my YouTube videos from late 2019 into 2022, when I kind of stopped doing gaming content, and that's just my general recording microphone for when I want something better than my headset mic. And on top of there, obviously, you have a Roxy plush from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. As you can see, it's a U2's one that I got, I believe, last year. And then I got this Vaporeon plush, which I bought that at a GameStop at one of my local malls. You can see that in XVolt's Day Out. Above here, there's not much. There's a Taekwondo picture of me from 2016 that I've covered up with a sticker to hide my legal name, because I don't want that on the internet. And that's all I have to say about that. Alright, let's cover the busy portion of the room next. This is where the most action is going on. So, as is blatantly obvious, I got My Little Pony plushies. I have Fluttershy, Twilight Sparkle, and Pinkie Pie sitting on my desk there. I've had Fluttershy the longest, Twilight the least. Here I got this box here, which we put here temporarily, just for picture frames, because right here I have my high school diploma, which I can't really show for privacy reasons, but my diploma's in there. I just have to hang it up. Alright, getting a bit closer here, I have this Just Dance 2021 game thing because it was given to my sister without her owning a Switch, so the game was never played. I was going to play it recently, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. This is something we found recently, nothing important. This is something really cool. This was one of my graduation gifts. It's a pocket watch that has been restored from 1880, around 1880. And it was made by Cuervo y Sobrinos in Cuba. And this thing has a very interesting history, but this is going to take forever if I were to explain it. But yeah, it's a genuine watch. Used to be in very poor condition, but since has been restored. Here I've just got some compressed air and tape, some user tech stuff. Moving this out of the way, here I've got a couple little knickknacks here. So first of all, this is a brick from a building at my school that got demolished in 2021. And coming back, it was during my sophomore year, and as we came into the start of the second semester in January 2022, there was a bunch of debris of the building, and a lot of people took pieces of it as keepsakes, and this is the piece that I took. A little bit of brick and some this stuff. This is a 12-sided die, a no, it's not a dodecahedron. I don't know the name for the 3D one, but it's a 12-sided die that I stole from my 4th grade teacher. I thought this was pretty cool. I wanted to keep it, and I stole it. And I didn't even know this was in here. This is a 100 Costa Rican colones, which I didn't even know I had in here. I don't know why I have it. And finally, this whole fishbowl thing was an art project I had in 3rd grade. Over here we have a few things. First and foremost, we have my 2011 Mac Mini file server, which I set up a couple months ago and I've been using for file storage, and it's pretty cool. Works very well. I did have to rebuild this whole hard drive assembly thing because my original, after I posted the video, I built a Lego enclosure around it, but it was like way too closed off, and so it needed some air, so I rebuilt it like that. Then I have this Canon, I think, or is it Sony? Sony camera from 2005 that runs off of batteries. Next up I have this Wii, which originally belonged to, well, before me it belonged to my aunt, and she got it, I think, somewhere around 2010 maybe, right before we got our own, before I got my own Wii, like for my family. And it's one of the original ones, because apparently she bought this used from a family. I don't know who, but I remember the data going back to 2008. And then back here, I just have my iPad 2nd generation, white, running iOS 6, as I've shown off in my tech collection video. Here I've got one of my childhood plushies. It's just Yoshi. Not really much of a Nintendo fan, I just really like Yoshi. And then here I got a bunch of install DVDs and stuff for installing operating systems on disk-based computers. Over there, on the far side, I have a 250 gigabyte, 3.5-inch hard drive. That came from my old computer. That my first ever computer was a family computer, and it was a Dell E51, a Dell Dimension E51 that ran Windows Vista, and that's the hard drive I pulled from it because the computer doesn't work anymore. And then this orange car there, I think it's a Plymouth, a GTX Plymouth, something like that. And I've had that car since I was about 3 or 4 years old, so it's very beat up. And then, finally on this table, I have my 17-inch, 1 gigahertz iMac G4 from 2003. It's pretty cool. I haven't turned it on in a while. And then behind there is my network switch, and a bunch of note cards, I don't know why, and my TV that I used to watch movies and TV shows very infrequently. I've had it for 4 years and I probably got barely any use out of it. Finally is this huge shelf. So first let's start with the top. Firstly, there's my DVD collection, most of which I bought recently, some I've gotten from other people. As you can see, I have The Shining, Looper, World Trade Center, Saving Private Ryan, Unit 93, Bonnie and Clyde, Drive 2011, The Outsiders, iRobot, and that is a fake Windows XP Professional DVD. I printed it out and I put it in a blank CD case. And then I have some Windows like CD game thing from 1996. Up there I have some other things too, but I have a bunch of Minecraft toys that one of my old friends gave me back in 2016, and I still have all of them. Plus that little gold thing right there, that little lighthouse thing, I got that in Key West, and that is real gold inside of that little ball. Then I have the DeLorean from Back to the Future 3. Up there I have a little recreation of the World Trade Center prior to 9/11, and I got that in New York City when I went about a decade ago. And hanging on top of the North Tower is some keychain that I got from someone in Cuba, in Havana. It's pretty cool. Next to that is the the little ball swing thing that I got years ago at a science museum that I don't use. Then I have this engine that I built when I was 7 years old, and there's actually a video of me from early 2014 describing how an engine works. It was pretty cool. Then I have this little thing of the Alamo, which I got at the Alamo, and that little car that my mom got me from Italy. Finally, well, not really finally, but I'm not really going to show my whole bookshelf, but here is my phone collection and Chilean flag on the left for some reason. Also, a random lock, I don't know why. But there's basically my whole phone collection, and something that's actually been changed since the last video I made on my collection. I got this. A first generation iPhone, fully working with iOS 3. I got this for $56. It's really cool. I tried downgrading it, but it was a lot of a hassle, so just kind of leaving it like this for now. And yeah, I did rearrange basically the way all my phones look so that it's kind of more in a chronological order. It really isn't, because it's iPhone, then it's 2G, 3G, 3GS, 4, 4S, 5, 5S, 5C, SE, 6S, and 7. I don't have an iPhone 6, and I put the SE in the mid on the left. I put the SE and the 6S swapped because there's just no space for me to put the 6S in the middle there. That's only room for something like a 5C. And then, of course, I have all the other phones down there. I have a 3G, 2 iPod Touch, 2nd, 4th gen, stack of iPhone 4 and 4Ss, stack of iPhone 5Ss and my iPod Touch 5th generation, and a stack of 5Cs and a 6S Plus. Finally, down here, we just have a couple of miscellaneous things. Mostly just some storage stuff, school stuff, my Pixel 6a box, my Rockstar Foxy plush with, I think, is a pancreatic cancer pin on it, because my school did that in 2021 and I just stuck it to him. I wanted regular Foxy, but he was the best I can get. And then a Drew Darnell Russia Ball plush, which I also got in 2021. Alright, here is my shelf. I have a lot of things here that I use for storage. I've got a bunch of Rubik's Cubes. Below that is a coin, a very large quarter that I got in Washington, D.C. This is a arrow I got from some kind of, like, thing. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it's just a thing that I did back in 2016. Here I got an open 1 terabyte hard drive, all fingerprinty because I like messing up with the little disc. It had a bunch of dead sectors and was on the verge of failing, so I decided to do a little thing on it. This is a BMW model car, really dusty. Yikes. I bought this one in Munich, Germany, at the BMW headquarters, factory, I don't know what it is, but I bought this there for probably way too much money. And then this is also another thing from my trip to Europe in 2022, because this was in Munich. I bought this at a toy store in Salzburg, Austria, and it cost me 50 bucks, but it was really cool. And I got impatient, I built it while still in Austria, so it was kind of a nightmare to take home in bits. Behind here is a baseball trophy from when I was 7 years old. Here I've got a Coca-Cola bottle from the Disney Star Wars area in Disney World when I went in November 2019, and I wrote the date on it. And yeah, I thought this was pretty cool, a little keepsake. I remember back then, actually, a lot of people who were international or even domestic travelers who didn't come to Disney by car got pulled over. Not pulled over, they got pulled aside at airport security because airport security thought these were grenades. So thanks, Disney. Here I've got my first ever music CD. It's Green Day's Saviors album, and I have the whole thing ripped to my computer. There's the CD. It's pretty cool. I have some more CDs on the way, but this is pretty cool. I bought this at Target a few months ago. It's a really good album. If you like Green Day, you'll absolutely love this. It's a great album. 100% recommend. Over here is a globe puzzle thing that I've had for many years and I've rebuilt many times. This is a Cuban flag I got from someone because if you didn't know, I have Cuban heritage on both sides of my family, so I hold that very close to me. And before you ask, I can somewhat speak Spanish. I can understand way better, pero no puedo hablar español muy bien. Back here is my Museum of Modern Art, which is literally just a broken phone that I got at the tech lot, which I smashed in rage because of the LG ThinQ of being stupid. This phone was never going to work anyway. And then this is the netbook, which I destroyed in August of last year on this channel as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was on this channel, and I decided to keep this as modern art. Underneath that, I have some miscellaneous stuff that's not really that important. Got some baseball stuff from when I was 7. And here is an award I got for my my achievements in animation, because I made an object show, which I don't really tell anyone because it would dox me, because they had to put my legal name on that, which is very nice to know that. But yeah, no mention of that anywhere. And then this is a globe I've had for way over a decade. This is a really old globe. So this is a just some random ball, which looks like it's random, but I got this on a trip to Boston with my school in 2022, And the reason I kept it was because our tour guide was really cool, and he signed it. His name was Chad, and everyone liked him. He was really cool. So, and then finally up here I have this little trophy thing. I got this in 2019 from my robotics class because my robotics team, was #1 in the competition thing. We did a lot of Vex robotics stuff. It was actually pretty cool. And here is my desk setup. I have a bunch of stuff going on here. I got my Glaceon and Sylveon plushies flanking the sides of my desk. I've had it like this for about two and a half years now. I got a mug full of pens and pencils that I use. I got my iPod Classic back here. Some speakers I picked up at a garage sale for really cheap. This Himalayan salt lamp I got in 2021 at Dave & Buster's. I unplugged it because I kind of got tired of the lights constantly going off since it was plugged into my PC. Same keyboard I've been using for the past 5 years. This mouse is actually my first proper mouse. I got this with my laptop in 2015, and I used it up until maybe about 2022, consistently until 2018. But then my previous gaming mouse that came with my PC died. Here I got an iPod dock where I could charge it and play music out of it. Some water. Got my alarm clock, which I've had since about 2019. Of course, my monitor setup. Got some other miscellaneous things back here. Like I got an Xbox controller back there for playing BeamNG Drive. And not much else I've really got going on this desk, besides my 2 monitors. And this little guy up here, not sure if you're able to see him. That is a Captain Jack Sparrow Lego toy that I've had for many, many years. I found it in 2020 during my first year of high school on Zoom, and I put him up there ever since. He's gotten knocked over a few times, but he's just been sitting there ever since, really. And then of course I got my 2 monitors. This one I got in 2018, that one I got in 2019. They've both been good. That one I got for $10 at a garage sale, actually. Really cheap, and it still works. Runs off of DVI. It's great. Oh yeah, I was watching the new Nation Squid video, which won't really be new by the time this comes out. This is my gaming chair. Gaming chair, I mean just chair. This is my chair. I got this chair for Christmas in 2022 because about a few weeks beforehand, the gaming chair that I had been using for almost 4 years broke, and so I had to toss it out. And so I got this as a replacement for much cheaper. I've been using it for already about 1.5 years now. As you can see, there's already damage from just me sitting on it. I don't know, this only appeared recently. And then on here hanging is a Linus Tech Tips hoodie, sweater thing that I wear everywhere, as you can see. LTT. I wear this everywhere. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Totally worth the money I paid for it, by the way. I wear it super often because it looks very stylish. Here we got my PC itself and the mess of cables within and outside of it. I'm not the greatest at cable management. This has been my daily driver for over 5.5 years now. I've replaced multiple components inside of it. Its current specs are: I have an i7-9700F, a GTX 1650 Super, this Cooler Master Hyper 212 fan. I got 2 hard drives within the computer itself. I have an SSD. Actually, no, I have 3 hard drives within the computer. I have a 1TB SSD for storing games, a 2TB hard drive for basic storage, and a 500GB NVMe that I actually put in there recently, like a year ago. And then on top of it, I have an external DVD drive, which I got really cheap at a thrift store. Oh, it just disconnected. Whoops. I got it for $4 at a thrift store. Really good. I like playing CDs off of it. It's really good. Not really much else to talk about it. Oh yeah, I got 32 gigs of RAM inside it as well. And according to literally all the tech people I know besides myself, my RAM is really old. It runs at 2133 megahertz. It's 32 gigs. It's DDR4. I've had it since early 2020. I got it for my 14th birthday, and I'm 18 and a half, almost 18 and a half now. So I've had these for a very long time. And the case is also original. You can see it's CyberPower branded because that's the people who we bought it from. It's an in-win case. Not really much I can say about it. Sometimes these ports don't work. And the motherboard I actually have had to replace at one point. It used to be like an MSI Bazooka, whatever. Now it's a Gigabyte billion numbers. I don't know. Gonna finish it off with a few things. First of all, this is where I keep my Framework 13 laptop. Got some stickers on it. Notably, iFixit, iFlash, Framework, My Little Pony, and Violet Pony. And here it is. It's very nice. I really love this laptop. My favorite laptop I've ever owned. Here's a bunch of like metal stuff I've gotten over the years. This was the first big medal I got. We got second place in like the final thing in 2013, which is also where that trophy comes from. But they only gave that to us because they felt bad for us getting second place. I don't deserve this trophy, but I have it anyway. Then I have this medal from 2014 for Taekwondo again. This one is 2017 and 2018 GOB because I was the school champion both years. Alright, let's look at wall stuff. Over here is a drawing of an OC I made named Celeron. I was going to make a whole universe with these cats, but that went nowhere. As you can see, I made that in 2020 during COVID. That was my Google AdSense mail that I got when I first got monetized on my previous channel. It's actually kind of falling off a bit. Oh, there's a cobweb on this. Oh, that's interesting. But I received that in mid-2020, and I've hung that up since. Here are two drawings of Candy and Cindy from Five Nights at Candy's 2. I drew in early 2020, and you can see this is just design from Crazy is Crazy, a Five Nights at Freddy's animator that I've been looking up to since 2016 and kind of influenced my own art style. Over there I have a world map with a bunch of locations that I've been to and places that I want to go. So as you can see, I've been in quite a few places across the US, quite a few places I want to go to in Europe, and I've been to a few places in Europe as well. And speaking of going to places, whenever I go to a place, I usually buy a flag. So here I got the flag of the UK, which I bought in the UK, a flag of the Bahamas that I got in the Bahamas, a flag of Austria that I got in Austria, and a flag of the Conch Republic, which I got in Key West. I know you've probably seen it in the background of my tech videos. This is the infamous photo taken at 8:30 a.m. on September 11th, 2001, the last ever photo of the World Trade Center. I bought that at the World Trade Center Museum in 2015 when I went. Oh, I left the USB in my TV. Whoopsies. I use that to watch TV sometimes. And then the last thing is that. Oh yeah, and that too. First of all, this is a Doritos bag from the Dominican Republic. It's a flavor you've never seen before. PM late night taco flavor. It was pretty good. It was really cheap too. Around 30 pesos, which is maybe about $2? $1 in the US? I don't know. But you can apparently win 1,000,000 Dominican pesos if by a certain date, which I've had this for quite a while now, and I'm pretty sure that date passed a long time ago. Finally, I have this Microsoft Word thing, which has been here ever since I used it in a video. I used this in 40 Ways to Break a Laptop back in 2022, and I just hung it up on my wall because I thought it was funny. And it's been there ever since. So, yeah. That's pretty much my room tour done, and that's my whole room. Thank you for watching. Oh my, I actually just forgot about something. Now you may be asking, why do you have a pencil on your goddamn wall? And how did you forget to explain it? Well, basically, that pencil originates back to 2019. Well, actually, I got that pencil in 2017, but in 2019 there was kind of a trend at my school, probably around the world and around the country as well, where people would shove pencils into walls by putting them sideways and then pushing it into the wall, so it would get stuck there by scraping the paint. And in May 2019, I did that in my old room, and it left the pencil there. But then in December 2019, when I moved into this room, I took it off the wall, ran across the house as fast as possible, and stuck it on my wall again. And it's been there ever since. So that pencil has been basically stuck to a wall for the past 5 years now, excluding those 5 minutes that it was detached from the wall in December 2019. So there you go. There's a whole tour of my room for memory's sake. And I'm gonna really appreciate this video in the future once I fully move out of this house. But thank you for watching along if you did, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.